Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the Managing Director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing different types of Thai business visa. I did another video similar to this where we talked about how the different statutes in Thailand may kind of dictate differences in work permits. And in a very similar way, regulations or even statute may dictate different types of Thai business visas. For example, specifically by statute, there are sort of different rules associated with, for example, the Industrial Estate Authority in Thailand, Petroleum Act, BOI, the Board of Investment, the rules in the act associated with Board of Investment, may kind of dictate a regulatory structure with respect to business visas that may operate fundamentally differently from sort of a standard business visa for somebody who comes in and just sets up an SME, a small, limited company here in Thailand utilized to maintain work permit and business visa status. Next is another component of this is there used to kind of be a business visa out there. We used to do these for a lot of people where it was just sort of interest in doing business in Thailand. And oftentimes you can even, especially out of the US and the UK for that matter, you could often get a one-year multi-entry B visa. It's just simply based on interest in doing business in the kingdom. That's definitely fallen by the wayside. Generally speaking now, they want to see a work pre-authorization document. But there are differences even sort of intra-category for the business visa between sort of a standard business visa and, for example, a business visa for teachers. Business visas associated with teachers in Thailand, it's like a whole different world when you're dealing with that. The documentation requirements are different, and it's even rather complex if a teacher in Thailand is looking to make a move into another field. They can have problems when, for lack of a better term, converting their status from sort of one type of business visa to another, even though they're all covered by the same part of the act. From a regulatory standpoint, it's been sort of bifurcated between sort of SME business visas and teacher business visas, for example. That's just one example. Not even to mention, yet again, things like BOI, Industrial Estate Authority, Petroleum Act, which you may have a different type of visa associated with that. So business visas intra-category can be rather nuanced, and it can get rather complicated when you're trying to move around within that category. For example, if you're changing jobs and you were working in the petroleum industry, now you want to work on your own. That can cause some complexity when you're dealing with that. But for the most part, at least in our case, we've got enough experience that we're able to sort of move people through those kind of, quite frankly, really kind of quagmires at times when you're trying to get out of one category over into another one. But for the most part, we've had a lot of success dealing with that. For those that are thinking about, especially moving from like a BOI visa to a standard visa, or a standard B visa over to a BOI visa, similarly the Petroleum Act, Industrial Estate Authority, etc., or teachers looking to move into a different type of field, may not be a bad idea to contact a legal professional, gain some insight and guidance into how best to proceed.